Welcome back to another edition of Lake City Rockin' Reviews. I am AC, he is Mo Lighting.
We saw The Purge this week,
Yes, we did.
and it was a historic movie.
It's the '1 movie in the country.
No, it's a historic movie. For me, on a personal level, it's a historic movie.
Why is it a historic movie?
Because never ever have I gone to a scary movie, and have I wanted to yell at the screen before. Never, ever, ever. But this one I did. We saw The Purge, which basically the Sandin family is getting ready for The Purge. They're getting ready to protect themselves from The Purge, a 12-hour time window where anything goes. You can kill. I'm not going to do any gestures for rape. You can thievery.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah, there's you can do anything you want for a 12-hour window, and the Sandin family, led by the father, played by Ethan Hawke, is a security expert protecting his family. So they don't plan on doing anything for the Purge. They plan on staying in, locking down the house, being safe.
Yeah.
Well, of course, as you can imagine, things don't work out as planned, and so for 12 hours they're trying to protect the family, trying to protect their house from a whole bunch of masked vigilantes. And the Purge, again, you can do anything you want, which is a great concept.
Yeah.
Great concept that doesn't follow through. But I'm watching this movie, and I'm watching this movie, and I'm like, why aren't you doing that? I'm like, I wanted to throw things.
Yeah. Well,
There's so many dumb decisions in this movie.
Yeah, this was one of those things where the movie itself had gotten a lot of great pre-promotion for it. A lot of great pre-promotion. Even some of the horror sites that I frequent said, this is a great movie, you should check it out, it's going to be a lot of fun. And that's what a horror movie is usually, is it's just a lot of fun, because there's nothing that I think is truly scary.
You don't expect the greatest story from a horror movie, but you expect some jumps, you expect some uncomfortable laughs.
Yes.
You expect some gore, you expect, well, some nudity, because it's a horror movie. There's a lot of expectations for a great popcorn film.
Yeah, this was not one of those. And
No.
The one thing I missed, and we argued a lot, we could have seen The Internship, we could have seen this, and we kind of argued back and forth what we should see, and a lot of you guys wanted us to check out The Purge, so that's why we went and checked out The Purge. There was one thing I missed.
Your fault.
Yes.
Your fault.
Yes, I'm sorry. No, there was one thing that I missed,
popcorn again.
otherwise I would have been all on board for The Internship. One thing that I missed. One name, Michael Bay.
You're not a big fan of Michael Bay.
I detest Michael Bay. He has this company, Platinum Dunes. You know, for those of you who know him, he does Transformers, he's done Battleship, he's done a lot of these big budget action movies, but he also runs this company, Platinum Dunes.
Can we put in an explosion effect here?
Something like that, yeah. Explosion. It'll probably just be a picture of an explosion over your face. Explosion. But anyway, Michael Bay runs Platinum Dunes. He is the company responsible for pretty much, I would say 90% of the horror remakes, all of which, at least in my opinion and most people's opinion, horror fans, longtime horror fans, have been terrible. He's even ruining the Monster Squad. There's going to be a remake of the Monster Squad. You don't know what that is, look it up. That's neither here nor there.
Wolfman's got nards.
Wolfman's got nards.
Yeah, so Michael Bay, probably not the best guy to be helming such a great concept. The idea of The Purge really gets you wondering, what would you do? Would you do anything during The Purge? The easy answer is no. No, of course I wouldn't do anything. I wouldn't do that.
I would.
But then you start thinking about, wait, I have a boss I don't like, or I have a neighbor I'm not a big fan of. This is the time you get away with it with no consequences whatsoever. And when you put that in a horror franchise, that's a great concept.
Well, aside from that, it was a lot of the movie focused on the rich versus the poor, sort of the modern day conflict that everybody's, since the Occupy movement, everybody's still been focusing on that. Even though that movement has essentially died out, people are still focusing on that, and I think that's what made it interesting to people that would want to see this.
I want to meet the 1% that enjoyed this movie.
Oh, there it is.
Wow. No, great concept. The follow-through doesn't really show much of The Purge, and it's just the family struggling to survive. Again, there was an incident that forces them to be a part of the night, where they don't really want to be a part of the night. But we're stuck watching them try to fight out the masked people, trying to get their property, so to speak. And the kids, they just make so many dumb decisions. I was wanting to yell at the screen. In my head, I was yelling at the screen.
Yeah, this is one of the movies I wish we could actually have recorded a commentary track for as we were sitting there. Because just the things that we said during the movie were hilarious.
The son makes some really questionable decisions, the daughter makes questionable decisions, and the parents are mad for like 2 seconds, and then they just go back to, I suppose they're good parents, they're protecting their kids, but there's just, when you're taking out an invader, and you're struggling to have guns to fight off the other invaders, and that guy has like a semi-automatic, and he drops it, and he's dead, and you're the only one around, pick it up.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea.
Pick it up and,
Yeah.
But they didn't, they just left it there,
Yeah, and that was a huge frustration. Actually, the movie, even without spoiling it, it resolves itself like an hour in. And then Ethan Hawke's
keeps going.
Yeah, Ethan Hawke's character's like, nope.
U-turn.
Yep, we're not resolving this. We've still got.
I can protect my family for the next 6 hours and be done with it, but no. It's not going to happen. I'm still, my mind is still boggled days after watching this movie.
There were two good things about this movie, in my opinion.
Popcorn, thanks to North Point. Okay, that'd be three things.
Three
the
good
popcorn, thanks to North Point.
Yes. Yeah, and also a big cliche in horror movies is the use of music to build suspense, and then they just drop the music before the big scare factor, like that. That's the scariest thing I've ever seen. So, big scare factor, they have the music, then they drop the music and something, jumps out and startles you. That to me is like a really bad haunted house with kids jumping out and saying boo. This one, what they did right was they used music, but they cut it off way early. So you didn't know when the scares were coming, but after a while, after like the first or second one, you kind of were like, yeah, here it comes, there it is.
It's a good use of silence.
Good use of silence. I really like that. And then one actor out of the entire movie was phenomenal.
Mm-hmm. The Joker.
The Joker. Reese Wakefield was his name. I would love to see this guy play the Joker in maybe another Batman movie.
In a reboot maybe, or whatever. Yeah. He's got a rubber face.
Yeah, and the smile, just the evil smile.
Yes. Yet he was the polite purger.
Yeah, he walks up to their door, he removes his mask, you've seen this in the previews, talks to the family and things of that nature. His character was very underutilized, and he was the best actor in the entire thing. Ethan Hawke, I think, just was like sitting at home and he's like, I need a paycheck. Time to go to work.
But I can guarantee Reese, this actor, is going to find himself in some bigger roles after this one. So if nothing else, enjoy his performance in this movie. It is outstanding. A lot of questionable activity in this movie, but I do know people that did enjoy it. And so maybe we missed something. Even though you and we weren't sold on it.
No.
Maybe we missed something, and we invite you to check it out. Scared.
There it is.
To the number 45364, Scared to the number 45364, and maybe you and a guest can go to North Point Cinemas, check it out, let us know what we missed. Final score. Out of 6 fat guys.
6 fat guys, I'm going to give it 2 skinny guys.
You're breaking the 4s.
I'm breaking the 4s. I broke the 4s last week with Now You See Me. Breaking it again this week, only on the other end of the spectrum. And it's not even fat guys, it's 2 skinny guys is what I'm giving it out of 6.
That's too bad.
It was very disappointing for me.
A great concept with poor execution. They've already greenlit a sequel, so there is a chance that the next one could be better. It could be better. Out of 6 lightning bolts, I'm giving it 1.5. Again, I went in with higher expectations. It didn't really meet them. But again, maybe you see it, maybe you have a different opinion. But on that note, thanks for coming out, checking out Lake City Rockin' Reviews here at 107.3 WRSW.com.